In this video, we can discuss about pharmacology of anti-cancer drugs. This is also known as anti-neoplastic agents. Here, we will discuss the definition of anti-cancer drug, different classification, mechanism of each classes, adverse effect of some specific anti-cancer drugs, and uses and indication or applications of some important anti-cancer drugs. So let's start with the definition. Anti-cancer drugs are the drugs which will either kill the cancer cell or modify their growth. So these are the drugs which will specifically kill the cancer cell without harming the host normal cells. Okay, now these anti-cancer drugs are mainly classified into cytotoxic drugs, targeted drugs, hormonal drugs. In cytotoxic drugs, these are the drugs which will kill the cancer cell, and it may also kill some normal cells of host cell. And targeted drugs are the drugs which are targeted to the specific anti-cancer drug, so it will kill or modify the specific cancer cell only. Now hormonal drugs are the drugs which are used to treat the cancer by altering the hormonal balance of the body. Now coming to the first class, that is cytotoxic drugs. Cytotoxic drug is mainly classified into alkylating agent, platinum coordination complexes, and antimetabolites. Alkylating agent is again classified into nitrogen mustard like mechlorethamine, cyclophosphamide, ifosfamide, chlorambucil, and mephalan, and ethyl lenins like thiotepa, alkylyl sulfonate like busulfan, nitrous urea like carmosutin, lamosutin, and tyrosines like tacarabacin and temozolomide, and methyl hydrazine like procarbazine. Now platinum coordination compounds examples are cisplatin, carboplatin, oxyplatin, and the antimetabolites are again classified into folate antagonists like methotrexate and pemetrexate, purine antagonists like 6-mercaptopurine, thioguanine, azothioprine, and fludarabine, and pyrimidine antagonists like 5-fluorouracil, cebicitabine, and citarabine. Now this cytotoxic drug also classified into microtubular damaging agents and topoisomerase 2 inhibitors, topoisomerase 1 inhibitors, and antibiotics and miscellaneous agents. And this microtubular damaging agents is again classified into vinca alkaloids like vincristine, vimblastin, and vinorelbins, and toxins like paclitaxels and docetaxels and estramustin. Then topoisomerase 2 inhibitors like etoposide, topoisomerase 1 inhibitors like topotecan and erotica, and antibiotic like actinomycin D, doxorubicin, danirubicin, epirubicin, mitoxantrons, bleomycin and mitomycin, and miscellaneous cytotoxic drugs like hydroxyurea, L-asparginase, and trionitin and arsenic trioxide. Now targeted drugs is again classified into the second class of anti-cancer drug is targeted drug, which is again classified into tyrosine protein kinase inhibitors, then epidermal growth factors inhibitors, angiogenesis inhibitors, proteasome inhibitors, and monoclonal antibodies. Then hormonal drugs is again classified into glucocorticoid, estrogen, selective estrogen receptor modulators, then selective estrogen down regulators, aromatase inhibitors, anti-androgens, 5-alpha reductase inhibitors, GnRH analogs, and progestin. So out of this hormonal drugs that we will discuss in pharmacology of endocrine system, all of the drugs we will discuss in pharmacology of endocrine system. So we will not go in detail about the hormonal drugs in this anti-cancer topic. And targeted drugs are some specific class of anti-cancer drugs that are acting through a specific mechanism. So we will discuss just the name of these targeted drugs. Now we will discuss in detail about the cytotoxic drug as anti-cancer drug in this topic. Now this is the classification that I represented in another way. First classification was cytotoxic drug, then it is again classified into alkylating agent, platinum coordination compounds, antimetabolites, microtubular damaging agents, then natural products, antibiotic and miscellaneous agents, and targeted drugs like monoclonal antibodies as well as hormonal antagonists. Now, before going to the detailed pharmacology of each class of drugs, let's have an idea about how these anti-cancer drugs will act in our body as a common mechanism. So, in order to understand the mechanism of anti-cancer drug, we have to aware of some basic cell division methods that we have already studied in higher secondary classes and even in physiology and anatomy, etc. So hope you are aware of that. In order to understand the mechanism of anti-cancer drug, we have to understand some basic pathway that will occur during the cell mitosis. So that only we will discuss here. So as we all know, all the cell division or cell mitosis will occur after the replication of DNA or genetic materials. So in order to replicate genetic material or DNA or RNA, it is required to synthesize some basic components that are required for the synthesis of DNA or RNA. So let's start from the folic acid. This is the important starting compound which is required for the synthesis of different purine and pyrimidine nitrogen bases, which are the purine bases are the preliminary or basic unit for the synthesis of nucleotide like DNA or RNA. So from folic acid, by using an enzyme dihydrofolate reductase, it will convert it to tetrahydrofolic acid. This tetrahydrofolic acid is very essential for the synthesis of different nitrogen bases like purine and pyrimidine nitrogen bases. So some of the drug can act in the initial step that is required for the conversion of folic acid to tetrahydrofolic acid. Now, from this tetrahydrofolic acid, different purine and pyrimidine nitrogen bases can be synthesized like guanine and adenine as purine bases, cytosine, thymine or uracil as pyrimidine bases. From this nitrogen bases, when it is combined with the ribose or deoxyribose sugar and phosphate, it will form nucleotide. So this step can be stopped by different anti-cancer drugs like antimetabolites. For example, guanine conversion of guanine to nucleotide can be prevented by using thioguanine, and adenine to nucleotide can be blocked by mercaptopurine. Cytosine to nucleotide can be converted to prevented by hydroxyurine. Then thymine to as well as uracil to nucleotide can be blocked by 5-fluorouracil. So that is another step of anti-cancer drug that will act in this stage. Now after preparing or after synthesizing the nucleotide, it is polymerized to form DNA. So this step can be blocked by different drugs like alkylating agent as well as hydroxyurea, and this DNA can be converted to RNA for the protein synthesis or some other purposes. So this step can be prevented by some antibiotic that are used as an anti-cancer drugs, and this after final synthesis of DNA, this DNA is divided into new cells which are synthesized, and that splitting of DNA can be blocked by mitotic receptors like mitotic receptors, so that the cell mitosis can be prevented. So this is the basic mechanism of action of anti-cancer drug, especially cytotoxic drug in general. Now we will go for each classes, and we will explain the detailed mechanism of action of each classes in respective topics. So this is another picture which will represent different site of actions of different anti-cancer drugs for the purine synthesis to ribonucleotide synthesis can be prevented by mercaptopurine, thioguanine and methotrexate, and ribonucleotide to deoxyribonucleotide synthesis can be prevented by hydroxyurea, and deoxyribonucleotide to DNA can be prevented by alkylating agent and 5-fluorouracil, and DNA to RNA conversion can be prevented by antibiotics as well as topomerase 2 isomerase inhibitors, and some enzymes like L-asparginase can be acted on the proteins, as well as final mitotic division can be prevented by microtubules, etc. Now, before going to each classes, let's have some idea about the general toxicity of cytotoxic drugs. So, as we know, as the name indicates, these are the drugs which will kill the cancer cell as well as some of the host cell also. So, these are toxic cells. Now, what are the different toxicity of anti-cancer drugs, especially cytotoxic drugs? First, toxicity is bone marrow depression. So as we know, the different antibodies, different blood cells, white blood cells, and different immune bodies are synthesized from the bone marrow. So by using cytotoxic drug, all this action can be suppressed. So it may be leads to decreasing RBC or WBC, etc., as well as different erythropoietin, etc. Now another toxicity is lymphoreticular tissue. So by suppressing the lymphoreticular tissue, it may cause the suppression of cell mediated as well as antibody-mediated immune system in our body. So it may lead to different secondary attack of different pathogens in our body. Now in oral cavity, the cytotoxic drugs may cause thrombocytopenia, bleeding gum, xerostomia or dryness of mouth due to the drug that may cause rapid progression of dental caries. In GIT, it may cause diarrhea, shedding of mucosa, hemorrhages occur due to decreasing the rate or removal of gastrointestinal lining. Nausea and vomiting are due to the direct stimulation of chemo trigger zone. So after taking the cytotoxic drug, it is seen usually as a side effect like vomiting and nausea, sometimes in blood in nausea, etc. So these are the toxicity of cytotoxic drugs in GIT. Now coming to the skin and hair, cytotoxic drugs may cause alopecia, that is fall in hair due to damage to the cells in hair follicles. So that is another problem with the anti-cancer drugs. Then in gonadal, in reproductive system, it may cause oligospermia, that is the low concentration of sperm as well as impotence in case of male, and inhibition of ovulation as well as amenorrhea, that is absence of menstruation are common in female after the cytotoxic use. Now all the cytotoxic drugs are teratogenic. So if we are giving cytotoxic drugs as an anti-cancer drug to a pregnant woman, there will be a chance for abnormality in the developing fetus. So it may cause even abortion as well as fetal death after administering the cytotoxic drugs. Now another important toxicity is carcinogenicity. So after using a cytotoxic drug for treating a cancer, there will be a chance for inducing a secondary cancers like leukemia, lymphoma and histocytic tumor, etc. Then another important toxicity is hyperuricemia. There will be an increased uric acid level in the blood, so it may lead to different inflammatory condition like gout and rheumatoid arthritis. It may lead to difficulty in the movement and joint pain, etc. So these are the general toxicity of cytotoxic drugs. Start with each classes of anti-cancer drugs like alkylating agent.